Hi, guys. So, a few days ago, I said I was reading the book of Job to see if I understood better, and I did. So now I'm going to review what I learned because I took some notes. So, there's a man named Job. He's the only man who fears God, and he is very successful. He's got 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 ox, 500 donkeys, 7 sons, and 3 daughters. So one day, God meets up with Satan, and God tells Satan how great Job is. Job is like, well, it's only because you've given him so much and you've kept his health. So with God's permission, he decides to test Job. He destroys his family and his health and his livestock, but Job still won't reject God. Now we get to the crux of the story. 3 of Job's friends, Bildad, Zophar, and Eliphaz, go to comfort him. After Job curses his existence, his mere birth, Eliphaz claims Job needs to repent because all his suffering is punishment for sin. Job denies this. He says, no, I haven't sinned, and he demands God to tell him what he did wrong. Bildad then claims the same thing. You're being punished for sin, you need to repent, or you'll be destroyed with the rest of the wicked. Job's like, no. How am I supposed to plead to God? He's not listening to me. And he demands God to have mercy on him. Zophar then claims the same. You need to repent. He calls them out and asks God for mercy. Eliphaz then claims, why are you doubting God? You're being foolish. Don't you know how he'll judge the wicked? And Job discusses his sorrow and prays to God that his friends will help him. Again, Bildad claims he's being punished. Job's like, no, and I know that God will destroy the wicked, but I haven't done anything. Zophar's like, no, God will destroy the wicked, but Job's like, but they always prosper and get what they want in the end. He also claims he needs to repent. Then Job asks God, it's just not fair. Why have you made the world so crooked? That claims it's because man is so unrighteous and sinful. And Job still discusses God. Another friend of Job, Elihu, who's the youngest of the group, shows up and calls out Job's friends and discusses how he's loving towards the righteous and destroys the wicked. But he also says Job is being wicked. This goes on until God himself appears in a whirlwind. He calls them out and says, who are you to talk to me like this? Were you the one who created the earth? Were you the one who put the stars in place? Did you create the plants and animals? I mean, if you're so powerful, go ahead, ask me. I'm listening. He calls them out on it. And Job realizes the error of his ways. He repents and prays for his friends, as God is angry with them as they haven't honored him properly. Job is then rewarded for his faith, as not only does suffering end, God recompensates him for what he lost. He ends up with 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 ox, 1,000 donkeys, 7 sons, and 3 daughters. And what the story shows is that God does let us suffer, but it's not out of hate or malice. Sometimes it's not even punishment. He's testing us. He wants to see how we'll react. And, well, no one will say it's easy, of course. It shows that if we keep faith and we don't resent him, we will see it through and we will be rewarded. Lord, I need you to open my eyes. Show me how to proceed in suffering in the book of Job. I want to thank you for that. I ask you to be with everyone watching who suffers, and you pull them out when you see their truth. Thank you. Amen, everyone. God bless.